Good morning. Ooh, card came out. Six of Swords. This has been a card that has been coming up and up and up. It's been in the reverse. It's been upright. We've had it, maybe three or four times. Um, Six of Swords. Yeah, the light of the moon behind this person's in a female garb, but it was came up for me in the page of Cups yesterday. Um, no matter what is depicted, whatever the card resonates with you, it doesn't matter who, the gender assignment of the person or what it appears that they look like. Really, it's just a person yeah, in a robe going. Person. Open our minds. Welcome to the Mercury Sun Cazimi in Pisces today at the 16th degree of Pisces, which is a sign of spirit. 6 and 1 is 7. 7 is spirit. The moon is at the 8th degree of Scorpio as I speak, and that is a sign of commitment, of infinity, infinite patience, deepening, and in the sign of Scorpio, that would be emotional. The moon is emotions. It's our feelings. It's what is reflected to us in the world around us. And we feel a type of way when things, we respond to things. It's how we respond in some kind of the unconscious responses. And in Mercury with this in the sign of Pisces, Cazimi conjunct, that's what it means, a conjunction with the sun. We are definitely our emotions are illuminated. It's hard to ignore the heart of the matter, the things that matter to us, the things that are emotionally drawing us in. Sign of Scorpio, with this moon there at this time. It's we are emotionally committing, and it's in the first decan, so it's an 8, so it's to the self. It's honoring our emotional responses before we go and engage with something else, be it a work, a creative project, a relationship, a deep friendship. And in Scorpio, it's relating on a deep level. So we're taking our thoughts in this card. We're taking our thoughts. We're going through the deep water. Well, actually, in this one, we're going from the shallow water to something deeper. Something deeper. This could be in an existing relationship. The invitation is there to deepen something. Deepen the relationship with self. This person's alone in the boat. She has a little frog friend there, but this person's alone in the boat. She's got ideas about what she wants to do and ways that she's going to communicate differently. She's got some skills, intellectual and skills that she's bringing with her. Going to places with people who have matching swords, that, you know what I mean? They are of similar ideologies. Or not, or, are willing to learn and look at things differently. She's on calm water, though. So anyway, this again is the Gilded Tarot by Barbara Moore, artwork by Ciro Marchetti. My name is Lisa Maxwell. Today is the 7th of March, 2026. It's a really special day with that Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Pisces, which is the subconscious. So some of these things are, these emotional experiences that we might be having right now are ones that are age old. And we're bringing in, Saturn is now in the sign of Aries, but Saturn is time. And it's, how we spend our time is what, Saturn's just, but Mercury's moving through this space where Saturn just was for the past like 2 to 3-ish years. It felt like 4. Going through Pisces is deep water. How we use our time, our karma, that we want to change our karma, that we want to communicate and we want to do things differently. Queen of Swords that came up yesterday. Again, using emotional intelligence, knowing that everything we've been through, Pisces, is, all that we've been through over the ages has brought us to this moment in time, and it should be valued. It should be honored. And some of those things are valued and honored, and they're going to continue to go with us. But the hurt, remember that Ten of Swords came up yesterday? We're going to move beyond the hurt. We're going to understand the hurt, Mercury retrograde. That Mercury retrograde, especially in Pisces, is the invitation to come to understanding about some things that haven't been previously. And with that conjunction with the sun today, previously weren't able to come to light. But now maybe there's some understanding. And then when Mercury goes direct, I think at the 8th degree, and then it'll be at the 8th degree of Pisces, kind of giving that kiss to where the moon is right now in Scorpio, 8 degrees. Then we get an opportunity to start kind of working with some of those things, which may not feel comfortable. This isn't comfortable for her to be going off in the dark. It can't be. Like, that was a big decision. Swords are decisions. Swords are decisions. How we decide to use our time, how we decide to use our words, where we decide to go, why we decide to go. Using things with an attitude of inquiry. She has an open presentation. She's not all closed down. Anyway, I'll be quiet so we can let the cards speak for themselves. Maybe we don't have another card today. Maybe it's a one-card day. 6 is also the number of receiving that information. Pisces is a really receptive sign. Taking what we've received and going out into the world. Okay. So we've got some more cards here. Oh, the Two of Swords is coming out in reverse. We're not really sure about our decisions. Again, the moon is in the background there. And the moon is highlighted. So we have a new moon coming up in a couple weeks. We just had the blood moon. There might be conflicting ideology. You might be conflicted in your emotions, and but the blindfold with this is really the invitation to continue to go within. To not really, you might find that some of the things that you shared today, if you do decide to go out and interact, might not be the best timing. You might want to wait a couple more weeks. With the 2 weeks, that's what I'm kind of getting. There might be a clash. Continue to go within and understand yourself. The High Priestess, yeah. The High Priestess, again, moon behind her. Continue to cultivate the sacred. Make yourself sacred. That's what this is about. It's making ourselves sacred. It's not, you can't make something else sacred if you don't understand how divine and how intelligent you are and how powerful you are. You can't make something else sacred and expect, and again, this is another 2 card. This is our feelings. This is connecting with our higher wired divine self, our higher power. whatever that might mean for you, to continue to get rid, to think about, to get rid of the blame and shame. Maybe there's still residual blame and shame going on. I felt like that was a really good meditation for these 40 days of Lent while we're in Ramadan. It's great. I think that's a good theme for the new year, that we just did the Lunar New Year, talked about that. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Bringing us to this point, understanding our value. Sometimes, in other decks, you'll see a couple. There's no couple in here. This is understanding. There's nobody in here but you. Is that a little chipmunk of some sort? A little mouse? Yeah, a little mouse. Oops. Understanding that the small gestures that you do are extremely valuable. The small things that you do for yourself are really a treasure chest. The small things that you're learning about yourself is so incredibly valuable right now. The small things you do for your own health, for your own home. Even just cleaning your bathroom today might be the beautiful, wonderful, loving thing that you do for yourself. And, while you're cleaning your bathroom, maybe you think of some things like, I was washing dishes and a hilarious video that I hadn't thought of in a bunch of years came up and I sent it to my daughter. But maybe, so we're continuing to take the time to get to this kind of abundance, because this is coming. This is 100% coming the more you invest in yourself. Infinite patience with yourself. That's that number 8. 8 is, when you flip it over, is the sign of infinity. Infinite patience with your own, to understand your own emotional depth and your own worth. I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy this video. If you like, share, or subscribe, or comment, that kind of helps the algorithm and gets the messages out and just randomly in front of people who need them. Share it directly to somebody who you feel like might need this. And if you want your own message, direct message me, and I will be happy to set something up with you. Have a great day.